Aloha, my name is Henry Aquino, and I'm running for the 19th State Senate District that encompasses Pearl City, Waipahu, West Loch Estates, Honouliuli, and Ho'opili. I'm running to ensure a better today and an even better tomorrow for our residents and for our great state. During the last 2 years, we have endured a lot together, and we're able to get through by facing them together. I feel blessed to have been raised in a hardworking, warm, and generous community in our district. Our community is a place where my wife Cindy and I grew up and are raising our family. These blessings have shaped my love for these islands, and I'm especially proud to call Hawaii and the 19th Senate District home. However, as special as our home is, our communities have its share of issues. These problems call out to each and every one of us as citizens to respond and to do our part. My response is to serve you in the Hawaii State Senate. A great Senate district I envision will have quality jobs, affordable housing for our working families, nationally recognized public schools, safer neighborhoods and roadways, and a better quality of life for everyone. I offer a proven legislative and community-based background and a record of delivering for the communities I represent. During my 14 years in the State House, we have accomplished so much, and yet we still have much more work to do in the State Senate together. With your support, we can continue to improve our communities and address concerns that affect our daily lives. I love our communities, and it would be an honor and privilege to serve you as State Senator. It is truly humbling to work for you, and it is important that we continue to work together to make our home a better place for all. I humbly ask for your support in the primary election on August 13th through all-mail balloting this year. Your ballot should be mailed to you at your home by late July. With your support, we can make a difference. Mahalo.
Aloha, my name is Maile Shimabukuro. I'm the state senator for District 22, which is Kalailoa to Kaena Point. I've been the senator here since 2011. Prior to that, I served in the State House from 2003 to 2010. I serve as chair of the Hawaiian Affairs Committee, and I'm also a member of Transportation and the Ways and Means Committees. The 2022 session was epic and monumental in so many different ways. One of the big highlights is what was done for Hawaiian Affairs. And for the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, finally their Public Lands Trust Bill was passed, SB 3041, that allocated $64 million in back pay towards OHA, as well as increasing their pro rata annual payment from 15.1 to 21.5 million. Also sets a negotiating committee up. For the Hawaiian homelands, huge strides were made. $600 million was allocated through HB 2511, and it's for developing lots, but also to provide cash awards to people on the wait list. So whether it's for down payment, mortgage, or rental assistance, those awards are going to be made available. We also finally gave justice to the Kalima plaintiffs. $228 million was allocated through SB 3041. In the areas of economic development, I'm happy to say that Waianae Economic Development Council was given a grant in aid of $315,000, and Seawriter Productions got $300,000 grant in aid as well. And then we finally made the earned income tax credit permanent and refundable, and we also raised the minimum wage to $18 an hour by 2028. In the areas of water and land, the Aho Moku Advisory Committee was allocated $200,000, and the Kamakai was given a grant in aid of $259,000. Agriculture and environment was also see a lot of successes. I'm proud to say I introduced SB 2865, and that allocated $40 million to Dibs Hawaii, which is owned by Keone Ford, who is a Hawaiian from Waianae, and he and his colleagues wanted to create a carbon capture project that takes carbon dioxide waste and scrubs it into liquefied food-grade carbon dioxide for agriculture and renewable energy purposes. Ma Organic Farm was also awarded a grant in aid, $225,000. A fish hatchery at Waianae High is a bill I introduced that got funded at $855,000. And non-equally centralized kitchen for farm to school program with the DOE was allocated $5 million. Protectors in Paradise, an excellent grant nonprofit, was given a grant in aid of $90,000 as well. For the judiciary, two bills I championed. One is to allow for garnishment of alimony-only cases, SB 2869. And the other is to establish parity for paternity cases in terms of filing fees and getting rid of the motions filing fees, SB 2663. Health and Human Services also saw some really great things happen. Adult dental was finally funded $26 million. Child care subsidies, $10 million. After school services, $6 million. Homelessness and housing, big area. Makana Okeakua, excellent program. Clean and sober homes in Waianae, Kapolei, ʻEwa, Waipahu, and elsewhere. $250,000 in grant and aid. Ohana Zone's pilot program was given $15 million. And a Safe Spaces for Homeless Youth bill was passed, $600,000 for that excellent program. For education, a whole bunch of funding for the Waianae Coast. Papahana o Kaiona, which is an alternative learning program within the DOE, was given $2 million and $118,000 for positions. Nanakuli High baseball field improvements, $1.5 million. Nani Kapono, $1 million. Maile S.L, $550,000. Nanakuli L, $237,000. Waianae High School, finally the rubberized track, $4 million. And finally for transportation, we finally got funding again for the 5th lane, parallel route, sidewalk improvements, $31 million. So for more information about me and my campaign, you can email me at maileshimabukuro@yahoo.com, maileshimabukuro@yahoo.com, or go to my website, electmaile.com, electmaile.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to talking with you soon.
Aloha, I'm State Representative Matt LoPresti, and I've served the Ewa Beach community since 2014, and we just finished wrapping up our 3rd term in office. In my 1st term in office, I went door to door promising to get AC in the schools, because the classrooms were over 100 degrees. Students couldn't learn, teachers couldn't teach, and I made promises to get AC for our schools, and I fulfilled those promises, getting $100 million for the AC in Ewa Beach schools and statewide. My top priority in the legislature, it's always been about supporting and improving our public schools. Since 2014, I've had a short, medium, and long-term plan to address this. The short term was to get the AC in the schools. Check, did that. The second goal was to get new buildings for the growing community that I serve. And the third term, a long-term goal, was to get a new high school, because Campbell High School is the largest in the state, and it's way overcrowded. My 2nd term in office, we did get that new building for Campbell High School, a state-of-the-art 21st century science and technology building. We also got new buildings for Campbell and other schools in the district. My latest term, I was part of the legislature that got $355 million for a brand new high school in 96706. So that's $1/3 of $1 billion I was able to bring home for Ewa Beach in 1 term. That's a lot, but there's more to be done. My roots are from hardworking middle-class families, just like yours. Both my grandparents were farmers and small business owners. My mom was a school teacher and a Democrat. My dad was a veteran, an engineer, and a Republican. Though they held different political views, they were both very active in our church, where I learned strong values that still stick with me today. Values like love your neighbor and care for the least fortunate among us. These kinds of principles have set me up for life in public service, to serve the community. And the example set by my parents, both of whom died this past year, they instilled in me a greater concern for the public good than partisanship. As a leader, I've strived to make decisions based on the integrity of ideas, not the political party that's pushing them. And that's made me stand out at times from my colleagues in politics, because I'm not afraid to tell things like it is. My wife, Julia, comes from hardworking stock as well. She's 4th-generation Filipino-American here in Hawaii. Her grandparents were plantation workers, and they sacrificed everything that they knew back at home for a shot at a better life here in Hawaii. Working families then and working families now still struggle, and that's why I continue to fight for local families to ensure that they have a fair shot at a good life on behalf of all the hard work and sacrifices that they made. I mentioned my dad was a veteran. My father-in-law is a vet, my uncles, my wife's uncles, we come from families of veterans. Hawaii is the 2nd highest per capita population of veterans in the country. That's why I was proud to serve as the chair of the Committee on Veterans and International Affairs in the legislature, where I championed legislation that introduced Hawaii's first biennial Veterans Day, so that veterans groups can come together for job opportunities, learn about benefits, and share camaraderie. I've also fought hard to protect veterans from unscrupulous businesses that target them for the funds that they've earned. For example, some universities targeted veterans for their GI benefits, and then they go out of business but charge the vets anyways, or give them degrees that aren't worth the paper they're printed on. We have to hold these businesses accountable when they go after our vets who serve this country. Certain issues for Ewa Beach: we needed a new police station for the west side. The police station in Kapolei covers everything from Ewa Beach to Kaena Point and is too large of a district. That's why I'm proud to have introduced and passed a resolution this year to get a new police station so that Kapolei and Ewa have our own station. And we need new beat cops. We need more beat cops on the roads to help protect us and keep us safe. We need major traffic improvements too. While a lot's been done in my three terms in office, we still need to expand Fort Weaver Road to 3 lanes south of Geiger where the bottlenecks happen every day. We need DOT to re-explore the contraflow lane idea along Fort Weaver Road in the morning and evenings. I pushed for new stoplights, got new crosswalks, raised crosswalks. We've done a lot, but there's more to do. We also need stronger ethics and good government laws to help restore public trust in government. In 3 terms in office, I've always pushed for this. In fact, I've helped to introduce or co-sponsor 75 ethics and good government bills. I've pushed for greater accountability from lobbyists, term limits, things like that. But there's more to do, and that's why I need your vote, so that I can continue to work hard for our families and our community. Please vote for me, Matt LoPresti. Aloha.